We're live, by the way.
Oh, we are? Dang it.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Not in the usual studio, so everything is broken today. No screens, no nothing. Arg.
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 Arg. Let me just catch up on things.
I don't even know if my mic is being picked up inside of here.
Oh, shit, this thing that does work. Cool. All right. Which means I finally can read our chats. I finally got to find a Twitch chatter client that only gives me the chats. Audio check.
Audio check. We should be good.
Since you're the only one there, can you give us a audio check?
We should be good. Let me open up Twitch in my own so I can be my own follower. Hey. Let's see. Twitter. Holy macaroni. That was really hard.
Sounds good. Good. Okay, so we are live. All right, everybody.
We're live.
We're live.
Oh my gosh.
We're doing this live again.
We're doing it super live. It's
we are
super
doing
shitty.
It so live. And Armand, you're right. We were wiping up some shit from the hot tub. We had some accidents.
All right, note to self, next time make sure I just bring my whole home studio with me whenever I travel.
Oh, you're on the road?
Yeah, I'm just a little bit farther away from where I normally am at the girlfriend's house.
Well, I'm gonna fake it till I make it. So
that's what I'm doing today. So.
Not sponsored by Red Bull, but I will be shortly.
Rebel, come on.
Come on, man. I mean, they sponsor e-games. How the hell are hackers not sponsored by Red Bull? All right, you can trust me.
I can't wait for like the first exploit that gets dropped. That's like this exploit brought to you by Red Bull.
Red Bull. Yes, totally. Energy drink sponsored 0 days.
That is truly the dystopian future we deserve.
That is the dystopian future we deserve. So it's been what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks, man.
So what's up, Doc?
A whole lot. What's up with you?
I had a good day. Last week we took it off because I actually had some work to do.
Yeah, which is weird because I didn't know that you actually work.
It's an unknown fact that I actually do work. People think I'm making ball of money out of like exploits and shit. So I'm like, no, I actually have a day job. It was 4 days of training, translations, 8 hours, and man, I was like, and it was like super technical. It was like reverse engineering and like 8 hours a day for 4 days on IDA Pro. And I'm like, I'm not a reverse engineer. Just like... But
that's awesome.
So last week I didn't get a chance to warwalk as much because I was worn out. I was just like super broken down. I was like, I don't want to talk to people. I don't want to see people. I don't want to do anything. And then that ended on Thursday. So Friday I had a day to myself, and I was like, doing some shit.
Right.
And I decided to go to Warwalk, and I finally broke into the 100 of Wiggle.
I saw that. Congratulations. That was pretty dope.
Yes.
What a epic way to enter into the weekend.
Yeah, I know, right? So, and then I saw you do the marathon thing, so it was a lot.
It was a marathon. Don't get too crazy. It was a 10K.
I mean, 10K is still 10K, right?
10 kilometers. I'll have you know, though, during the 10K, I did pick up about 637 wireless networks during my 10K. Although I was really proud, I got 27,000 Bluetooth devices. So
nice. Hey, when you run, do you run with a vest or a belt or something? Or just
yeah. Hey, we could talk about our war walking rigs that we go out, not rigs, but our equipment.
All right, well, we'll do that in the main talk then, because I think there's a couple things that I picked up over the last couple of days.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't have any of it with me, so I'll just have to talk about it.
No,
But
that's
yeah, I
fine.
definitely have some gear that I take with me, and I've definitely learned a lot about shoes and learned a lot about socks and underwear.
Oh, which brings up the point. I celebrated my rankings, my Wiggle rankings with the new gadget. Uh, this is ridiculous. I don't even know why, but check it out.
Oh snap! Is that Garmin?
Yes, this is a
Oh shit!
Garmin Phoenix 6 Pro
Oh,
Pro dual power.
very nice.
It's
So
it's
allegedly,
ridiculous how fucking expensive things are. But I was like,
they're
um,
stupid expensive.
I know.
And allegedly, that one's supposed to last for with GPS and heart rate recording for 2 marathons. So ultra marathoners, you run with those.
Yes, and
Allegedly.
allegedly, which brings up the next point that I wanted to make is now that I have achieved 100 of Wiggle, um, I needed a new goal. So I'm setting up a new goal for
Uh-oh.
myself. Next year, I think I will do a 100-kilometer 1-day war walk.
Oh shit.
Um, I've
Dude,
picked I've picked up the route. You want to come?
yes. Yes, I do.
Um,
I would do
because
that with you in a second. Are you
well,
kidding me?
yeah. Here's the thing, though. Like the last one I did last year in December, that was 50,
Right.
and that's about I think 38 miles ish. The next one that I'm planning is 64. I think 64
Yeah.
miles. Um, and I just kind of casually ran it by my family, and so like, yeah, I think I'm going to do a 100-kilometer one, and they're like, "How many days?" I'm like, 1 day. They're like, "Dude, you're old. Don't do it." So I have been met with some kind of opposition on this, but
Which means it's going to push you harder, right?
right, and then and they're like, "That's stupid." I'm like, "Yeah, but being sensible really isn't my thing anyway." So, but it will be fun.
Yeah.
I think the reason why it's going to be next year is that because I will have to train for it. So I'll do a couple shorter ones. I have a couple 40-kilometer, like full marathon lengths ones that I'm already planned out that I can do this year as training part.
Yeah.
And then, the fact that I learned from last year is don't do this kind of stuff in the dead of the winter because um, it's ridiculously cold. And like the 51 that I did in December, it was just like at the end I was just fighting the cold.
Right.
Right. Um, so I want weather to be on my side, and then if I think about all of it, I think it's going to be springtime because it has to be before the rain season.
Yeah.
So probably March, April timeframe, and the path that I'm planning right now will take me all around Tokyo Bay. So if I take from Tokyo Bay on the other side of where I am, and I just walk around the bay, that's roughly 100K.
Oh wow. Huh.
So I'll be training for that. I'll have to which brings up a whole nother set of training things that I have to do to get my body
Right.
ready for it.
Especially that long, like how
Right.
long that is. Like that can be rough.
Right. The sensible thing would be to cut it in 2 days, do 50 one day, and then wake up and do another 50.
Yeah.
That might be my backup plan. Because at the pace I'm going right now, it's going to take me about 18 hours of walking.
Right.
It sounds stupid, and I'm like, I'm super intrigued by the fact that it is a stupid thing. I'm like, I'm gonna walk around Tokyo Bay capturing Wi-Fi just because I can, right?
Right.
But Armand, you're right. So I have to, there's a couple tune-ups that I have to do to my rig, my backpack, battery power, all of this stuff and then I have to write some source code. I have to write some scripts.
Yeah. Well, there was this guy I was just watching on YouTube. I can't remember his first name, but his last name was Hella. He just ran across the United States, and he was sponsored by, who was he sponsored by? I don't know.
Well,
but
I don't know.
think Red Bull was involved too. But
Right.
like it was like he ran across like in record time, and anyways, it was just super inspiring.
There's a guy, I think he was sponsored by North Face or Patagonia, who basically ran every block of San Francisco. It's on YouTube. And you see the map, and he's just like, and I'm like, oh man, only if you had like my Android on it. Can't be picking up so much. Right, so.
Well, I think Arc already did that, because that's what Arc did for his picking up his wireless networks. Right. So I think that area might be pretty well covered.
Dude, I mean, but with COVID, there's so many new wireless devices.
Oh,
so,
for
right?
sure. And thanks to Amazon Sidewalk, there's definitely
all right.
There's definitely things to pick up.
Right. So that's me.
That would be awesome though, to be like a city completionist.
Yeah, I mean, like I look at the Wiggle maps, and like all the streets that I haven't taken around my neighborhood just because they're dead ends, and I just look weird walking into it and then coming out of it. I mean, that's like totally casing a joint for like home invasion, you know.
You just need to wear your Wi-Fi Wiggle inspector hat.
Well, no, here's the thing. Uber Eats is going to start delivering by foot. So I'm thinking, I'm like, well, maybe it's time I do invest into an Uber Eats outfit. Just like,
I'm super excited about my Uber Eats get up.
Right. So well, that's me. So what about you, man?
Oh man, yeah. So ran the 10K and then ran a 5K with my kids the very next day, which was really fun. My daughter, my oldest, she's never ran any races before, and she just like got after it and just kept going. It was really awesome to see. And she ended up finishing it faster, her very first 5K, than my very first 5K. She did it in 41 minutes. And the very first 5K I ever ran, I did in 45 minutes and 30 seconds. So I was super proud to see her do that. So that was a huge dad moment. Pretty excited about that.
Daddy proud moment.
Yeah, she made me super happy. So
did you make her
heart? Both of my kids had lots of heart, and it was fantastic.
Did you make them carry some phones with them? Like here.
I did it, but I should have. No, I had my phones with me, and then my youngest, she packed her own water. And since it was my other daughter's, my oldest, it was the first time run, and I was like, I'll pack the Camelback, and I got you whatever you need. And she just kept ditching us. I'm like, wait, you're not gonna feel good tomorrow. Like, take it easy a little. And it was awesome. It was really cool to see. So that was really exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the pictures on Instagram. Opposite Phil, but okay.
Nah, what do you do?
But I know. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Ironically, that it was the same day, right? You ran the 10K on Friday. I walked the 10K to get me into the 100 on that Friday.
Yeah. I mean, it was your Friday, and then it was then my Friday that I did the 10K. And, I really was pushing to try to get a PR, but like my training has just not been the best.
Hey, see, if you had a nice training watch, you would be.
Oh, you mean like this?
Ooh, yeah. Hey, what's up, Buttkiss? Hey, we have a celebrity in the chat. Snub.
Oh,
Sailor Snubs is here.
Sailor Snubs. Shout out. What's up?
What's up, man? Well, after COVID, we have to go over to Snubs' studio and do a show.
Oh, her studio is dope. Go check out her video on her building out her basement. She's doing everything. She's got like 10 gig going on. She got dope wireless access points. Super excited for her and to see what she's doing. She's crushing it.
Yes, she is. Also, Buttkiss, too bad his presentation didn't get picked up, but it is fucking awesome as always.
Dude, I've been there many a times, my man. Hang in there. Like, submit to there's a bunch of other conferences out there, so submit it. There will be other places to submit.
You submit it to B-Sides Dark Matter.
B-Sides Dark Matter.
Which will be held in the bathroom at Dark Matter's apartment. Please don't bring your wiggles over. No, we won't. We won't. All right, so let's go into the Wi-Fi news. Biggest news of last week, that SSIDs can break iPhones.
Oh yeah, because of the Linux bug, right?
The string. The thought is that there's a string that gets trunked to a command that actually creates a memory corruption on the iPhone, and then the iPhone just shuts down the Wi-Fi. Which brings up another PSA warning. Please do not by any means have that SSID available as an open SSID in Vegas while you're attending DEF CON. Right?
That worked out so well for all the Ponegachis, right? Right. Staff scrambling around for why are all these blue screen machines happening? They're not even supposed to be Wi-Fi.
Is there any potential? No, because what will happen is it will shut down the whole Wi-Fi thing.
Yeah, it just crashes the Wi-Fi stack. Yeah. The problem is they've got it sandboxed, and so it's really hard to cross that bridge, as we've found out with countless other wireless vulnerabilities in the past.
But there's a way around it. Is the only way to do it is to reset a whole wireless. If you do reset network status, I think network settings, a full reset on the iPhone, it will fix it. Because it's sorted in the NMP, right? So and then it just kind of like tries to parse the NMP, and then it's just like,
I'm surprised I haven't caught that one yet. I haven't been updating my phone at all, so.
Right. So I mean, like once again, do not run this SSID at your local Starbucks or at DEF CON during Vegas during DEF CON. Or Vegas in general. Don't. You have been warned.
You have been warned.
You have been warned. Also, do not make a SSID beacon flutter with only that SSID. That spams it out every time.
Just use some other ones as well, like add a few others.
Right. I think you should have do not connect and then have that string do not connect that string and just kind of flood it. Because somebody will eventually connect to it.
Well, what would be interesting is if there's like some sort of an auto connection method, right? Like, is there a way to trick it to auto connect, or like daisy chain it with like zero config or something?
I think. See, if we have Singe here, he probably could figure out a way to like convert the mana attack on host APD to that string, right? It would be like mana will be like, yeah, it's me, and then just send it back and just crash the Wi-Fi. Right. So that's the big Wi-Fi news. The other thing that so going back to Wiggle, I had a area that I've been trying to map for the last year or so. Yeah. And every time I walk into that area, my rig dies. It's like Skinwalker Ranch, or what's it? Skinwalker Ranch.
Right? Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch. Oh yeah.
Or like the Bermuda Triangle. and then I'll bring the rig back home and I'll debug it, and there's nothing wrong with it. It'll just run for like 10 hours, nothing. But every time for the last 4 or 5 times I've been trying to get to that, it's right by a very spiritually powerful shrine in Tokyo. And the reason I want to get there is that the shrine sits on top of this hill, but there's a nice residential area right behind it. So I have to go through past it to get to that street I want to map, right?
Right.
I've been able to map one street over on each side, except for that one single street that makes me go right by that shrine. Right? So last night when I'm walking, I'm going, okay, I'm going to try to hit that.
Wait, you did this at night?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
So
of course.
I'm trying. So this time I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it again today, right? Because like the day before yesterday, I tried it, it crashed. Bring the rig back home, debug, nothing wrong, works fine. But as I enter the street, right? As I enter the street, I stop and I look over the shrine and I said, look, I'm not here for you. I just want to map the street behind you. Please let me go through this time and do not crash my rig. Right? I walk past it, no issue. So I turn around and I go, thank you very much. I will not be bothering you for another year. And I just walk through and I finally got the street map.
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
That is nuts.
That is fucking spooky as fuck, right? Because like I've been trying for the last 5 times to get it right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because like it will crash, and I'm like, okay, there's something wrong with my rig. It happens, you know. It's a portable rig. Shit happens. I come back, debug, nothing. And then like every time for the last 4 times, I'm like, it crashes, and it crashes right almost in a 100-meter circle.
Right.
It's not even like a huge wide circle. It's like this one particular alley that I have to take to get past the shrine to the other side to the street, so I can map the street, right?
So what you're saying is the shrine in and of itself has like 9 dBi antennas for its spookiness.
I think that shrine is actually like a secret NSA government watch, and they see me, and they see me coming, and they're like, "Yeah, no, that guy has antennas. Turn it on," and just kind of EMP wave me when I'm fighting. Right?
They're doing a soft EMP though, so that way you get home and everything's normal, right?
And I thought about it because I'm not, I like to consider myself a man of science, right?
Right.
And not alternative facts. Earth is flat. So the only logical explanation I can come up with is that every time I hit that street at night, there is a ham radio freak pumping up his ham radio, which is causing my rig to react. And last night he or she wasn't, or it wasn't. I don't know. They, right?
So what you're saying is we need to build out a new spec analyzer to take with you. And you know what we need to do? Because I have been watching this Skinwalker Ranch stuff. You know what they always carry around?
That
trimeters. Yeah. Those little trimeters, right?
Dude, those are $200 on Amazon. I
know we need to get that shit.
I was like,
we need to integrate some trimeters into our systems.
Right. So Bill goes, yeah, blame the hand peeps. Always blame the hand peeps. So, all right. So, which brings up, let's talk about the war walking without a rig kind of situation, right? So, when you're doing a marathon.
So I think like one of the most important things is when you're doing this type of stuff, you want to be comfortable. You got to make sure that you're in a situation to where you can physically do it. So there's the training that goes into it, but then also the equipment is really important. For me, shoes have always been a huge thing. And for years and years, the only time I really ever cared about shoes was if I was trying to play basketball. I had to have like a specific pair of shoes to play basketball. I never thought they would make a difference in running. And as I started training more and running harder and doing longer distances, oh damn, shoes make a huge difference.
Huge difference. Yeah.
Yeah, I was blown away. So
I switched from like tactical boots because that's what I used to travel with because they're indestructible.
Yeah. Like, whenever I saw you, I'd always see you in tack boots for sure.
I have orange shiny running shoes now.
I know, it's gorgeous. Which kind did you have?
The A6 Kayano 20. I like the 26. The 27, the new one, the designs are okay, but the thing is like when I find a shoe that I like, I buy like 4 of them, so I don't have to like I have 3 pairs brand new in the box sitting at so I don't have to worry about it. But what I did find is changing out the insoles to Dr. Scholl's Impact Scholl's. Because I had this issue where the outside of my foot was starting to real hurt because the way I walk.
Yeah.
And then when I switched to like jogging shoes, I was like, oh.
Yeah, for sure. And for me, like I'm a huge fan of Brooks and Hoka's. And the Brooks Ghosts are my most favorite. Those ones are awesome. I've tried New Balance. I've tried Asics. I've tried a bunch of them, but I've just found that Brooks are like the ones that my feet just fit in so perfectly. And then the other thing too that I changed is how I move my feet, because I always ran to like my heel. And even when I walk, I would always walk to my heel, and now I try to walk to the balls of my feet because there's like a lot of spring in your foot that absorbs pressure that makes it hurts on your calves for years while you're learning that. But so shoes, love the shoes. I'm the same as you. I always buy new pairs. Although my Brooks have let me down like 2 times. One time I was out running and I wasn't really paying attention. I was looking at my phone and there was these husks from a tree on the sidewalk. Rolled my ankle, rolled it almost all the way over. Like was done for like 2 weeks. Couldn't even really walk on it. It was jacked up. And then the second time I was taking the trash out, rolled my ankle off of the
It's those little things that will kill you, right? It's not like this like insane like training that, you know, you running up the mountains for like 10K, or like, you know, me trying to pass the like a spooky shrine and that's gonna kill us. It's like taking out the trash, me going to grab some food or something, and it's like, oh fuck, my knee, you know.
Step wrong and you destroy yourself for a month. So but and then as far as the next parts go, I found like, because my legs are thicker than average, so I was able to get like chafed a lot. That always jacked me up, and then I wouldn't want to run for days and days or even walk, you know. So switched it up, got some like New Balance underwear that's pretty dope.
There's underwear that I use for the 50K that I think is literally called Sax, which is like, which has a separating thing in between, so you don't chafe as badly.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, there's the daily stuff, you know. My mileage has come up to like where I do 10K per day, and I do maybe 4 of them a week, so 40 to 50 a week.
Yeah,
which
is awesome.
Don't feel bad. I started at 2K a day, and then maybe 3 days, so 6K for the week.
Dude, I was at like from my couch to like a few meters, like hundreds of meters, is like as much as I could do, and then I just kept going and kept going farther and farther.
Wow.
Got to get to those Pokestops, man. And back in the day, there was like there was 12 in the entire city that I lived in.
Well,
when
that's because
Pokemon first came out.
That's because you live in a shit town. But I offended every villager in that town. What, 5 of them? I don't give a
fuck. And they all look the same and go.
But yeah, so there's you know, I think shoes are, I mean, like, and then socks, like good socks.
Oh
like,
yeah,
I this is
Saucony socks and features are my favorite.
Yeah, I run with the Danish company called Endurance, and they make these.
I haven't tried those.
They make these hiking socks, so it's really weird the way I look. I look like I'm wearing like, you know, a quick dry t-shirt, hiking cargo shorts, and then hiking socks and running shoes.
Yeah,
with a backpack that's glowing because of all the LEDs inside of it.
Like... and then your back's glowing from all the RF that you're absorbing.
Right. So there's that. But I think as you, at least in my case, you know, as I gained more experience on how to do this kind of stuff, you know, it has changed a lot of things in my in the way I prepare for a walk. And there's a difference, like, you know, when you were here in Tokyo, it's like you said, you know, 2K you could walk in jeans, but you couldn't run 5K back from where we were to back to the hotel, because it's just like so humid and out. Right?
That was so hard. That was one of the hardest runs I ever did. And it was all downhill.
Right. So
from Shibuya down to Minato, it was all downhill.
Right. So there's a little bit of, I mean, and you know, this is where the part where I don't know. That's why I don't want to call it a hobby, because it's clearly obsessive in nature. It's not something you like put it away and just like, you know, and then go like, oh, it's a nice weekend day, I think I'll go for a walk. And that's fine if you are. That right. is totally awesome. If it's a reason for you to get out, awesome. But for guys like you and me, it has gotten to the point where it's literally a sport, and we think about it all the time, right?
Yeah, like part of my trip that I'm on right now, I'm like, okay, all right, when I need to leave, like I'm gonna drive through these subdivisions because they haven't been covered. It's just, and I brought the Kraken Light with me so I can give it, like, throw it out through its first test runs. So yeah, I ran into some huge problems, which we can talk about if we have time.
Sure. I mean, so yeah, I mean, I've been a big fan for, like, when I'm not carrying my rig.
Yeah.
There are days where I'm like, I don't want to carry my backpack. I just want to like go straight, turn left, see what's out there.
Yep.
Because like when I plan out my routes to maximize my coverage, right? So I'm constantly looking at my watch, my Apple Watch or this, and trying to find the routes and navigate. And then I do lose a lot, you know, of sightsee that I kind of enjoy. So there are days where I'm like, I'm just gonna go head north, and then, you know, not carrying my bag. But I've been a big fan of running belts, which are not the same as fanny packs. I found out after buying one.
So I was purposely looking for something that wasn't a fanny pack when I got my running belts. Yeah, what I did first is I ran with shoulder mount, and it was my first, let's see, half marathon that I ran with one on my shoulder, and about by mile 4, that was so chafed. I was like, I'm done with this piece of shit. Like, I will carry my phone the rest of the way. And I had 2 phones at that point on that run, and I was just like, those things do not work for me. They work for some people. You see a lot of people running with them and whatnot, and they're cute and handy, but they do not work for me. The way my arm is, the way my arm rubs on the side. So I was like, I need to find something. And I saw fanny packs, and I was like, I don't want to wear those. This is like taking me back to 5th grade. So found myself the run belts, the running belts.
I like the run belts, and I, you know, when I carry 3 phones, I can put them in the back side of the belt, and they still sit snug. The thing I don't like about many fanny packs is it just bounces too much for me.
Yeah,
I'm like I don't want something to tap on my ass.
Right. And the nice thing too about the run belts is like they're made out of like really nice like
spandex,
lycra spandex, and then, you know, they're clip on, and then their pockets expand. Like mine, I could put 2 phones in one of the pockets, so I'll do that, and then my next pocket I put keys in, and then I can hook water bottles on the back if I want. And so, like, you know, if I'm out training, sometimes I'll routes where I run past the water fountain or something, and then sometimes you need water, especially with how hot things have been here right now. It's important to make sure you bring water.
Yeah, hydration is super important. I mean, otherwise you'll cramp up pretty quickly. But yeah, so you know, it's not the same as a dance belt, according to Mr. Bill. Do we want to know why he knows that? Butkus says you need a Wi-Fi Sherpa. I will let you know that this is something I learned over the last year of watching insane amount of climbing and ultra running marathons. Sherpa is not a job function. It's actually a name of a tribe that does that porter job. And everybody in that clan is his last name, his or her last name is Sherpa. So it's Punam Sherpa, because he comes from the Sherpa tribe. So apparently calling them Sherpa is not the correct way. It's calling them dudes who do the heavy lifting. Porters, I guess, is more polite way. But it's if you look into, I mean, there's a bunch of good documentaries out there, but if you start looking into those, like Wall of Shadow is a really good one that came out last year, I think. But you will see how exploited they are. It's just like, I'm like, oh, this is depressing, because you're like, oh, this guy climbed Mount Everest, or this one climbed Janu or Loche, and then you're like, but all these guys did the heavy lifting.
It's like you literally were brought everything, like your entire camp and food and everything were brought for you.
And then there's like there's one where there's like 10-year-old kid with his dad singing. He goes, "Best hike ever." And I'm like, if that isn't privilege, I don't even know what the fuck is privilege. I mean, it's good for the kid. The kid has nothing. I have nothing against the kid. The parent, I might have issues with, and like, but that's not the talk that they want to hear. But no, definitely look into it. It's super interesting, right? And then Monkey Dragon says running belts are great depending on what you want to carry. Water bottles and gels. Yes.
So, you know, and sometimes too, the running belt isn't enough for me. And then sometimes I go to a tactical over the shoulder pack, and then I'm able to put an extra thing of water in there. I'm usually not running with those because, again, you end up with the bounce too much. You can, you know, cinch it down and get it better. I like the one strap design rather than a backpack.
I hate hate that design.
Well, I mean, it's for me. I like it because like it's just there's less on me. Like it's a smaller pack, it's a smaller thing. It's just one little thing over my shoulder. But it's definitely not something that I run with frequently.
I mean,
but I will take it with me.
Yeah, it
because
depends.
the other thing I like too is I can just like quickly like flip it up and around, and then I got access to everything right here, and then flip it back over. Whether I need battery packs for extra phones, or I can put like 4 or 5 phones in there. Especially when I'm Pokemoning, it's really handy because I can put the sunscreen in there too, and then make sure I spray the kids with sunscreen down. So if we've been out for a couple hours.
Yeah,
so.
I guess it depends on the duration. I can do them for about an hour and a half, but after that, I don't like the feeling of just one shoulder getting dragged down, or like
Yeah, I get that.
The balance kind of.
The balance is important.
Right. So.
Yeah, and then sometimes if I'm doing like a lot of uphill hikes and where I need a lot of hydration, then I'll do my Camelback.
Yeah.
And my Camelback has its own pockets, and it's got like 3 pockets I can put. I can put about 5 phones in there. I've put in there before.
Yeah.
So I try not to run with the Camelback because it's a lot of weight, and it's just more than I'd rather have on me. But again, if I'm in hot conditions and a lot of uphill where I'm sweating a lot, then I'm sure that I use it for hydration. Also, I do it with mountain biking too. When I go ride bikes, sometimes I'm just riding up and down streets, and I'll always take the Camelback with me.
In other words, casing.
Yeah, when I'm casing the place, when I'm looking for my way in.
Right. Yeah. Monkey Dragon asks, extra light for night war walking. This is fucking Tokyo. I don't need an extra light, but I do carry one. I have one of those little headlamps.
Well, I've been thinking about getting those cute vests. Have you seen those LED vests? And then I'm like, why not just get some Adafruit NeoPixels and just make my own?
Because because that's version 2 of everything you build.
It's gonna be a vest.
LEDs.
Adding the lights.
LEDs and color an upgrade is your modus operandi for
MO.
version 2.
Oh, for sure.
Last time Hot Tubs and Toys, this one Runner's World. Yes, we are a diverse covering stream, I guess.
And then for lights, for me, I always try to have a headlamp if I'm out at night. Or like if I'm riding my bike. I really like riding my bike at night because it's just peaceful and you can move faster. So that way, if like you roll up on a situation, there's a cop, you can be like, peace.
The other thing I've done is I've changed practically every zipper pull with
oh my gosh,
one of those little zipper pull flashlights.
Yep.
Because there's things like I want to catch something in my backpack or like turn it on, and they're not too expensive. You can buy them for like $5-6, and so I have a bunch of zipper pull flashlights that I use on my rig backpack and on my rig itself. But
yeah, those are really nice and easy and convenient. So, and they don't weigh that much.
No, they don't. And then, I mean, you don't need 4,000 lumens, right? I mean,
right.
I have a 4,000 lumen flashlight, but I mean, how many times did I use it, right? But last year when I did the 50 kilometer walk, I did have a flashlight, headlamp, head torch, and it saved my day because I was like doing the rivers. I was walking across the riverbanks, and it would just get pitch dark, and I couldn't see where I was walking. I was just getting, it's not as romantic as you think it is when you walk through pitch dark and you only see like skyscraper lights. It's only interesting for the first 15 minutes, and after that, it's just depressingly mentally torturous because you're trying to put your foot somewhere you can't see.
Right.
So.
Well, the other thing too is especially for your big walk, like it was really cool having that headlamp with the video because it really put it just allowed you to be like right there in the dark with you and really just understand how dark it is.
So I mean, head torches, I mean, they're small ones, there are a lot of more options now than back in the day,
especially with the LEDs, and you've even got some rechargeable ones which are nice because then you can just throw that thing on the charger before you go out.
I think flashlights is one thing that is worth the money you spend with them, meaning that you can buy a cheap one and it will light up, but it won't work the way you want it to light up. And then if you spend a little bit more, then you actually get something that you can actually use.
And then if you spend the most amount of money, then you can signal people in space.
Yeah.
So
I have a night cord that is practically a lightsaber. You know? There's no place in Tokyo I can turn that thing on and not get a complaint about. That's how fucking bright that thing is.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so those, yeah, I think it's the little things that I think are important when you start doing this on a level that it becomes obsessive, right? I mean, like,
well, and you
don't
about,
have to, right?
Right, you don't have to, but you start like just enjoying the conveniences of this, because guess what? Human beings have solved these problems.
Right.
So, and you talked about shirts too. You know, the shirt technology is incredible. Like I've got some really cool breathable shirts. I've got, you know, some sleeveless ones. I've got some, you know.
The other thing is that I will carry every day throughout the year is my Patagonia Houdini air jacket. That thing packs about like this big, but that thing has saved my life so many times. Because even during the summer times, now it's like, you know, it's 23, 25 degrees Celsius, and it's nice and warm and humid, and I think I don't need it. But at night when I go out and I start sweating, I start losing so much temperature that like, I'm actually freezing. I'm like, I'm cold. You know, I'm just like,
well, and you've been spending the whole day sweating, and so then you could be saturated, and you need a way to keep your temperature in. So yeah, we definitely deal with extreme temperatures too in Utah, and so I definitely try to plan accordingly, check the weather, and then also make sure that I make sure that I've got, you know, whether a jacket with me or I've got something else, because you definitely don't want to get caught out in a situation, especially when you're in like halfway into your war walk and you're doing some miles or kilometers. You know, you're going to get into some bad situations.
Check your weather before you go. That's the other thing. I mean, I do that. I mean, especially because of the rain. I mean, like, I'm at the level where I'm looking at like satellite imagery of clouds and projecting, okay, that cloud is going to hit me coming in 2 hours. I think I can run past it, you know, just I mean, that's the interesting part about this as a hobby, is that there's so many things that you can integrate into this, right? I mean, it's not just walking with a phone or driving around with a Raspberry Pi in a car, right? I mean, you know,
there's definitely a whole bunch of levels to it, right? Like, I mean, adding batteries, adding clothes, adding, you know, antennas, external, you know, there's like, you can really go nuts on this.
You know, weather map analysis, you know, just like.
So one thing that I've been like getting way into, because we're getting into wildfire season here, is plane spotting. So I love watching airplanes as I'm out doing this stuff, and it's like, oh, I wonder where that plane's going. I wonder what that one's doing. Why is that one there? You know, and you just start seeing these weird patterns of airplanes, helicopters.
FBI.
And they all seem to be circling over my house. I don't know why.
Right. So, and I know that feel. Like, the funny thing is, like, ever since COVID and lockdown, I have been questioned by the police far less than what I used to. People are like, don't they ask you when you walk around with all these phones and this antenna and this thing and the backpack that half closed? And I'm like, well, they used to, but not anymore, you know. It's just like, also I found out that, and that's one of the reasons why I started wearing running shoes too, not because of only comfort, but if you look like you're training for something, people actually leave you alone.
They're like, this guy is doing important stuff. Let him go on his way.
So I'm at the cross, you know, I'm at the crossing. I'm just like looking at my watch, you know, checking my watch. I'm just checking my notification, but I look like I'm counting my pace, you know, just all that kind of stuff. I'm like, nope, nobody gives a fuck.
The only issue over COVID that I've had is one time I was out in this park, and I was actually playing Pokemon Go. And there was a cop out there, and he's just like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, you know, just coming out for a night run and playing Pokemon Go. And he's all, yeah, we see a lot of you.
He said,
I was like,
he said,
I'm going home. It's time to go home. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, you guys were the different team when we were back in high school.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, so I mean, everybody's laughing. Yeah, I mean, exactly. But so you know, going back, I mean, there's like I have watched so many ultra marathon and ultra runner YouTube clips on YouTube that I didn't think I would get into. Then I got super into it. I'm like, oh, this shit is awesome. You know,
it's way inspiring. It's super inspiring to see people like push through what people say is impossible, right?
Yeah, right. And then, but then you would never think about, you know, I mean, the perception of hackers and people like us is that we sit in front of the computers with chips and soda and well,
I still do it.
I do it too, but you know, but in reality, you know, there's this, you know, you and I were like, we were sharing my favorite ultra runner Sally McRae's video clips, because I was like, dude, I know you're running the marathon. Here's some inspiration for you. Here's some other shit. I'm like,
I know, that was dope. And then did you see she replied to us on
I know,
Twitter?
right? I was like,
oh my god, that's awesome. She's so amazing.
So the funny thing is, like, you and me, like, you know, fanboying over ultra marathon runner Sally McRae. She's awesome. She literally, and I stumbled upon her accidentally, and I just fell in love with her laughter. If you have never heard her laugh, it's just like, it's insanely infectious.
For sure.
And I think in one of the videos, somebody described her as like, you will hear her before you see her. And that's exactly how she is. Right. But, you know, and I think that clip she put up on Instagram of her in the garage, you know, going, you know, everybody thinks I'm training in a nice garage. Like, no, my garage is a mess. My running machine is in the corner of this thing. And you see in the back, you know, it's just cardboard boxes stacked up with other stuff. And I'm like, oh, she's just one of us. And yet she's right.
She's human. She's human, and she's killing it. So and you know, it's possible for anybody to do it.
But like I said, I mean, I would, like, last year, if you asked me, I would tell you, like, ultra woo, what? Right. But I'm really enjoying this expansion of knowledge, right?
And there's some cool payoffs too, right? With Wiggle, and then also like just the physical, like mentally, like my mental well-being has never been better, like, since I started running.
Oh, my ego is being tenderly stroked as I hit number 3, monthly number 3 on Wiggle, because I know number 1 is anonymous.
You have the biggest ego ever right now. Like, and you keep flexing. Like, every morning I wake up and it's flex from Kintaro. Oh, another flex from Kintaro.
Hey, how's your day going? 20K added, you know.
But I love to see it too, you know. It's like it's awesome, dude.
So I know Alice, DNS Princess is gunning for me. She's just like, I passed by Mike, I'm gunning for you. I'm like,
it's like I'm the low bar and then Kintaro's the next bar. So anybody that wants to go after somebody, let's start targeting Kintaro. And if you want to use my code, my authorization code, and help Team Dark Matter, hit me up.
Yeah, he could use some help. People are like, you know, yeah, you have an advantage because it's a dense environment. I'm like, yes, but do you also know that I walk 50 kilometers, 35 miles a week doing this shit, carrying weight? You know, it's just like,
right. It's not like you're just out there and then it's like, oh, you got 50,000 networks for walking outside your door. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You've got to get out there. And so, yeah, you're putting in the damn work, dude. So, legit.
Yeah, so that's that. So I think, but yeah, so I mean, you know, go out and do it. I mean, bike, skateboard, keyboard, what's a kick skate, kickboard, drive, you know, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Go out, smell the Wi-Fi.
Go get on your scooter.
Smell the Wi-Fi.
Heck yeah.
Any questions or from the chats? How many viewers do we have today?
I don't know because I don't have the dashboard open.
Fine. No, I have it.
Wait. I can see it.
Oh, hey, Grimace. What's up? I think we have
What's
about
up,
10.
Grimace?
I like to celebrate my Wiggle 100 with another giveaway. Should we do another giveaway?
Oh, yes, we should.
So
also, if I've got a bunch of ESP8266s too, so if anybody has a project, feel free to hit me up.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is the giveaway. What are we giving away?
Well,
I feel like we should give away some Red Bull because our sponsor Red Bull is going to go ahead and give us some Red Bull to give away.
Well, the thing is, shipping Red Bull via airmail is going to be a little bit more difficult than.
Dude, I'll take care of the shipping.
Right. So I will send out stickers. You will send out Red Bull.
Deal. Done.
I'll do. I don't know. Let's say 10 sticker packs.
Oh, 10 sticker packs.
Okay.
Custom
5.
built.
5.
By no, you already said 10. You can't come back. So this is 10 individual sticker packs?
Yeah, they'll be all different because I have a box full of DEF CON related stickers that I usually bring to DEF CON stickers exchange and just kind of dump it on there. But since I'm not going this year, I have a box full of stickers that I'll put together some. There's some rare ones, which brings up a plug for this week. Shout out to Grimace. Thanks for the awesome stickers. I will be throwing those in. Make sure that you don't get one of you. Because that would be awkward.
Real quick, shout out to Soma FM Milkman. He said you love the CCC, Circle City Con. Yeah, shout out to DNS Princess for hooking us up with the giveaways and for everybody that attended that last time. We really appreciate you coming out. I didn't get enough time to do the SDR. My weekend filled up pretty quick, the SDR or the wireless challenge. But it was fun jumping on Discord with y'all and chatting with some of you.
Yeah. So rare. I forgot I did participate because Zero was like nagging me on it. Like, you still have some hours. And then I jumped on the last 3 or 4 hours and that's fun. But it's been ages since the last time I cracked whip. I was like, how the fuck did I do this again? I'm like, oh yeah, Airmon NG start and then air replay. I was like, God, it's been ages since I've done this shit.
I get a text that like, oh, I guess I'm not I'm because I didn't crack WEP that I'm not worthy. Next time.
Yeah, but thanks for DNS. Hey, if you got a ticket, go tag DNS Princess. Thank her on Twitter.
Yeah, definitely give her a big shout out.
She deserves all the help for that.
And thanks to everybody at CCC that puts it on and put all the work into it. It was a fantastic con. So.
And whoever said I don't support local conferences, fuck you, because I bought a ticket and I played in it. So, but yeah, it was good times. I'll do sticker packs.
And I'll match your sticker packs with we'll figure out. Hold on, how much is Red Bull again?
Dude, you can buy a case for like what, $25, $30 or something.
Let's see. A case of Red Bull is $31.
Oh, come on, you got baller money. All that Bitcoin, man. All that crypto money.
Yeah, baller crypto money. I'm rolling in it. Yeah, I'll throw up let's say 5 cases of some Red Bull. We'll throw
5. Holy shit! I thought you were sending individual cans. Because that'd be funnier as fuck.
Like 5 cans of Red Bull.
Just sticker up a can and just send it in the mail and see if it makes it on the other side.
Why did I think of it? See, this is why we shouldn't talk about what our prizes are going to be live. All right.
Anyway, all right, we'll do that.
We'll get some custom stickered up Red Bulls by me, and Kentaro will throw out some stickers. So.
Right. So, but I see the last time I did this, there was some issues. Turns out shameless plug is a very often used hashtag, and it doesn't really help me sort out who's who. So
we should do 2 hashtags. 2. We'll do a unique one and a busy one.
Right. So I think hashtag wireless shit show, because I'm sure that's less popular.
Or so you think.
Right. Let me just check. I just want to make
yeah,
sure.
I know. Me too. I'm like literally pulling it up right now. You know what it's gonna be? A bunch of people bitching about their routers.
Right. Well, so far there's only one that has nothing to do with this. So is wireless with 2 S's or 1 S? I don't know. Yeah,
2 S's.
3 S's. So
those 3 S's in a row
yeah.
for wireless shit show.
Yes, that is totally appropriate. A Wi-Fi hot tub. Good call.
Wi-Fi hot tub. Okay, let's check that. Is there a Wi-Fi hot tub?
No results for Wi-Fi hot tub. Wi-Fi hot tub it is.
Hashtag Wi-Fi hot tub.
So yeah, so the hashtag will be Wi-Fi hot tub. Same rules as last time. Multiple entries. I don't give a fuck. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw them all into like this little script that where it will just kind of pick a tweet, and I'll just continue that until I pick how many did I say? 10, right? Yeah, all right. So I need to write that down here.
10 and the first 5 will get some form of a Red Bull prize.
Here's the thing. You want to make it a contest?
Yeah, why not?
So hashtag Wi-Fi hot tub and then tag either me or you for the prize. So
I'm down with this.
Everybody who tags El Cantaro gets entry into my sticker pack.
And everybody who tags Dark Matter
gets entry into the Red Bull. Now, here's the kicker. We don't care if you do multiple, so you can do one for your
And why not tag your friends in it as well so that they can figure out what the hell's going on?
And the other thing, you have to include the Twitch stream URL though. Because otherwise it'd just be like you and me, like people are like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? So conditions. 1, Wi-Fi hot tub is the hashtag. It has to include the Twitch URL. You can either tag me or Dark Matter or both, or do separate entries. We don't care. Multiple entries, 10 stickers packs, and we will announce this next time we convene. How about that?
So next Tuesday?
Yeah, next Tuesday or Wednesday for me, but next show.
Let me double check my calendar. Yeah, that should be fine.
Next week.
Yep.
All right.
Next week. You have 1 week, folks.
Yeah,
let's see you do it. Get some prizes.
Right. And if because of that next week we have more than 30 consecutive concurrent viewers, I will throw in something significantly more valuable than stickers.
Does anybody want a Raspberry Pi?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll throw a Raspberry Pi 4.
Yeah, for sure.
8 gig.
Yeah. Okay, done.
Right. That's if we get more than 30 next week. We are basically buying viewership.
Tune in next week for watching us buying a click farm to increase our Twitch viewer count.
Oh man, I would love to do that on live. We'd be like, here is how you buy like more views on Twitch. I don't think Twitch will let us stream that though.
Fuck it, I want to try. That would be worth losing an account over.
Maybe it's better you do it offline and then edit it and then
throw it on.
Okay, plugs. Thanks, Grimace, for the awesome stickers. Always wiggle like you mean it. Kismet rocks. Oh, hey, do you need to talk about that Kickstarter video of you and Henry?
Oh yeah, so I'm imminently about to launch a Kickstarter. We're building a storage device that's based off of M.2 SATA drives, 16 storage devices. So hopefully have that up in the next few days. I'm just waiting to get approval from Kickstarter through their verification system right now. Wanted to get it done before the end of this weekend. Doesn't look like that's happening. Weird, right?
All right. So I'm just gonna, because it's already going live, I'm just gonna ask, but is that the board you were working on when you realized you fucked up the trace and you were gonna call it a proprietary protocol?
Yeah, pretty much. So, quick story time. I absolutely jacked up the trace, and my solution was, instead of fixing the trace, is just fix the cable, reverse the cable, and build my own custom cables. So,
Mr. Bill has 16 M2 Wi-Fi adapters.
It's gonna be SATA only. But look to some future projects that I got coming up, hopefully in the next few months, that may do PCI Express. So, but for now, go check out my buddy Alex with, I forget the name of his company, Alftel. There we go, Alftel. He's got his stuff on Tindy. He's got the 12 wireless hard adapter PCI Express Mini M.2 that I'm using for the Kraken Lite. So shout out to him. Appreciate him. But yeah, I'm definitely jumping in the storage arena. I want to build out a lot more storage devices, just massive storage. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to share that with everybody and put that out into the wild. So
yeah, it'll be fun. Any price range where it's going to be at?
Yeah, so our Kickstarter is going to have some early bird specials. So people that sign up first, it's going to be $460, I think, for the card.
Yen? That's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
that's about $3.
No, 460. What's the most expensive currency right now? 460 Bitcoins. There we go.
Dude, we're already getting WifiHotTubs entries. Spike Rose, you forgot the Twitch URL, so no count.
So yeah, so 460. I think our retail price. We're setting up a website. We're gonna have like just a shopping cart website. We'll probably be around the $4.99 range for the card itself. And yeah, so test the waters, see how it goes. I'm pretty excited to release it. I've been putting a shitload of work into the design for it and trying to figure it all out. And yeah, I'm pretty excited to release it. So
are the first couple going to be signed by you?
If somebody wants me to like completely ruin the value of it, sure.
No, but here's the thing: old Apples, old like Mac SEs and Pluses, if you opened up, they had the developers' signs inside. Initially, there was Sharpie, and then they were engraved.
Well, right now with production times, there's no way I could get them engraved or put into the board.
Well, so then Sharpie.
But I could definitely Sharpie some if somebody is interested in that.
Maybe that's a stretch goal.
I love it.
All right. So Schmeckles. Yes. Schmeckles. All right. I think next episode is going to be next Tuesday your time, Wednesday my time. Yep. Wednesday UTC, because that's normal. All right, well, go check out Dark Matter on his Instagram. Hot content.
Oh yeah, just yummy hot content.
I love your faces.
I do. I love all your faces.
If you have never checked out Sally McRae, please go check her out on YouTube.
Oh, she's awesome. Super legit.
The film by Billy Yang, Western States 100, is awesome. It's a great insight. There's another one where she talks about how you just have to embrace the discomfort and learn from it, and just like, yeah, I got this. I think the favorite, one of my favorite quotes of her is like, you don't need a reason why, you just need to show up. And I'm like, yes, that's pretty effective.
Showing up is sometimes the hardest part.
Right. That is definitely the hardest part.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in.
Heck yeah. I miss all of you. Can't wait to see you as soon as we can. I'm super excited to see you guys next Tuesday, and I'm very excited about this giveaway. So
yes.
Super excited to see what you guys do with this.
We'll see. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks so much. Love you guys. Peace. If I can find the button. My mouse is gone. We're still streaming.
Hot mic.